numbers now. Can't be far from the threshold. You can just about see the white center line.
I've left the body gear on to help you turn around. I've got 8 greens for the undercarriage.
Wipers on.
Lights are on.
I said wipers on.
All right, there you go.
Okay, we have 700 meters visibility here now.
Wait a minute. We don't have ATC clearance.
I know that. Go ahead, ask.
KLM 4805 is now ready for takeoff. We're waiting for ATC clearance.
KLM 4805, you're cleared to the Papa Beacon. OR.
Roger, sir. We're cleared to the Papa Beacon, flight level 90.
Right turn out 040 until intercepting the 325. We're
going.
No!
Stand by for takeoff, I will call you.
And we're still taxiing down the runway. Pan Am 1736.
Pan Am 1736, report runway clear.
Okay, we'll report when we're clear.
Thank you, 1736.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, he's anxious, isn't he? Yeah, and now he's in a rush.
Pan Am 1736, report runway clear.
What do you say?
Isn't it clear that Pan Am?
Oh, yes.
There he is. God damn, that son of a bitch is coming straight at us!
The investigators agreed that pilot error was the cause of the accident, but the teams disagreed about how to apportion blame. The Dutch complained that the controllers in the tower used non-standard terminology. The Spanish and American investigators acknowledged that the Pan Am mistake played a role, but they held that the main fault lay with the KLM crew, because there was one undeniable fact.
We're
going.
Captain Van Zanten took off without proper clearance from the tower. The burning question was, why? The answer revealed a systemic problem that plagued cockpits throughout the aviation industry.
None of the subordinate crew members had the authority to shut down the takeoff, had the authority to tell the captain something the captain didn't want to hear.
The critical turning point came just 67 seconds before the collision. That's when, according to the KLM data and voice recorders, Captain Van Zanten first applied power to the engines. First Officer Mears quickly reminded him that they had not yet received air traffic clearance. This was an almost unthinkable error for an experienced pilot to make. The tower then relayed to KLM an ATC clearance, which is not the same as permission to take off. What happened next stunned investigators. Captain Van Zanten repeated his earlier mistake and began to apply power again. And this time, no one spoke up. As they began their takeoff roll, the collision might yet have been averted, if not for a terrible piece of bad luck. First Officer Mears told the tower that they were beginning their roll. The tower told them to stand by. At the same time, the Pan Am cockpit warned that they were still on the runway. In the KLM cockpit, these simultaneous transmissions were audible, but barely. It's possible that Van Zanten didn't hear either message, although the KLM flight engineer appeared to react to it.
Isn't it clear that?
What do you say?
Isn't it clear that Pan Am?
Oh, yes.
Those are the last clear words on the KLM voice recorder. The data recorder, though, suggested that Captain Van Zanten quickly realized that he was on a collision course because he tried to take off early.
The airplane is accelerating rapidly during the takeoff roll, and it's covering hundreds of feet per second, so that by the time he saw it, there was no hope that he was going to be able to stop in time to avoid the collision. That only left him the possibility of trying to fly over the top of it. And as he rotated to try to get the 747 airborne at the earliest possible moment, it struck the tail, and there was impact marks on the runway. They only had 3 or 4 seconds to sort it out.
Please! Get off!
Today, 30 years later, cockpit culture is very different. Pilots are trained not only to tolerate input from other members of the crew, but to encourage it.